This video is about why I think Poe Dameron is a cub. Now, I'm not bothered by the fact that he's a cub. I'm bothered by the fact that he seems to be completely and utterly obsessed with the girl he wants to be his cougar. Well, woman that he wants to be his cougar. And for those who don't know, I personally think that he wants Leia Organa to be his cougar. I mean, at the beginning of Force Awakens, he is basically talking about how she's perfect, and he acts like he's worshiping her like a goddess. And I just got the wrong impression right from the get-go. I know he's a fan favorite, but just I got kind of creeped out by him. I'm not gonna lie. And then on top of that, he makes a big deal about BB-8 being very important. And he acts like he cares about BB-8 and everything. But yet, once they crash land on the planet, when Finn wakes up, Poe's nowhere to be found. And I definitely think he saw him. So as far as I'm concerned, he left Finn for dead. And then he goes, he must go to the closest village. And as far as I can tell, he didn't even look for BB-8. And BB-8 was there in the main village. I'm sorry. Poe must have left the planet pretty damn fast, actually. So I don't think he really had time to look for BB-8. And that is never brought up. No one ever talks about where he was throughout that whole time. Why he just left him for dead. And why he didn't even really seem to look for BB-8, even though to him it was major important. Because Finn didn't even want to go to the planet because he knew it was going to be risky. But no, BB-8 was so important, but yet Finn leaves planet without even getting him. And then when they reach back up, or when Finn meets back up with Poe, he is all happy about BB-8, and then kind of happy that he's alive. To me, seems like he was surprised that he was. And then he's saying, "Oh, you finished the mission," and stuff. It's never really acknowledged why he didn't finish the mission. And then on top of that, I don't know, it almost to me felt like they weren't allowed to talk to Leia without him being there. I mean, I know that's the one, he's the only member of the rebels that Finn knows, but I don't know, I just personally didn't like that scene all that well. And then, of course, the fans are going, "Oh, it's just like BB-8's like a puppy and going or finding its master again." I never felt that way. I mean, yeah, BB-8's cute, but I don't really see him being the loyal master that I think BB-8 deserves. And then I really don't like the second one. Well, I don't like the beginning of the second one at all. As far as I'm concerned, he should have been brought up on charges because he's the one that got them all killed. Because Leia told him to fall back. And no, to me, it felt like he was looking to show off to her. It's like, I got this, I can handle this. And then he doesn't, and when he gets back, it's almost like he doesn't have any remorse that he got a whole bunch of people killed. And and I don't really understand. Some fans seem to stand up for him about that, and it's like, I'm sorry, but he's the one in charge. He's supposed to make the decisions, and when someone who's making the decisions fucks up, it is their fault. Sorry for kind of raising my voice there, but it is his fault. And I mean, yes, some of them say, well, they had every reason to not, because the comms, probably didn't, or they should have had comms telling him what was going on, so they should have made the decision for themselves, but I'm not exactly sure if they did have comms. I'm not sure if the bombers did have, like, a line to the main ship. I think it may have been, to me it seemed like it was all relayed through Poe. Not to mention, yeah, they trusted him, and he's the one that led them into disaster. So, it is his fault. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. Though I guess some fans still agree with me because they had that that cosplay, video about them, court-martialing him. But anyway. And then I didn't like the fact that, to me, it seemed like he was trying to erase Han and Ben. Cause there's a comic, I don't know from where, I actually watched it on another video, but it was basically him bragging about being a good pilot. And I'm sorry, he's not a good pilot, but he made it sound like he's the best pilot alive. And at that point, I'm pretty sure both Luke and Ben were still alive. Because I think it was in between Force Awakens and Last Jedi. But I could be wrong about that. Like I said, I only watched it in another video. I think it may have been Ladies with Sabers, but I'm not positive of that. But I know that doesn't, because it's a comic, it may not count, but still, I didn't like his attitude in that one. He dresses kind of like he's trying to look like Han, and he shows off to her, and it's just, it annoys the crap out of me. And people would probably be saying, oh, it's just because of the toxic masculinity, you're supposed to hate him. It's like, no. I don't believe in toxic masculinity, for one thing. And another, I absolutely adore a lot of the male characters in the original Star Wars. I'm sorry, I liked Han. And I know Harrison Ford thought he was a two-dimensional character and not really any substance. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Poe doesn't even have that. He's like even worse than that. So that's my opinion. And I didn't also like the fact that he seemed to be given everything. It's almost like Leia gave him everything. I think it was also Lady with Sabers that suggested that he and I actually do believe this, that BB-8 actually was Ben's at one point. I know it's a fan theory, but it makes sense, given the fact that, I mean, their family history with droids has been there right along, and for a side character to have the droid, and supposedly it's his, even though to me, BB-8 seems to like Rey more than Poe, in my opinion. So I personally think that maybe Ben built BB-8, especially since it was also suggested because the only other droid that's similar to BB-8 is in the First Order. I think that's BB-9 actually. So it's kind of the numbers match. So it seems like it's the second in the series, or I mean the continuation of it. Anyway, those are fan theories more, so I don't exactly, but I just figured I'd throw them out there. Anyway, and I don't, there's, to me, there felt like there was some kind of history between him and Ben, or Kylo at that point, because of the Force Awakens. To me, it sounds like it felt like there was more there, like there was history. Like maybe Poe used to bully Ben, and Ben's kind of getting his revenge a little bit. Plus, I mean, in a way, I mean, Poe basically gets everything. He replaces Han, he replaces Ben kind of in Leia's life, and then on top of that, if the theories are correct, he got BB-8. He was actually there at Leia's deathbed, which really pissed me off. Ben should have been there, not him. And it just pisses me off. Sorry about the rant. But yeah. It's just the way he acts with Leia and around her definitely makes me think that there's just he seems to be obsessed with her, in my opinion, and I mean, take it what you will, that's just my theory. So anyway, just this little rant. It's late, so I'm gonna end this here. So, bye.